Already having a little debate online going around it. Steph Curry deserved to be first team All NBA, a second team All NBA over Cade Cunningham. I disagree with it. Um, yeah, I disagree with it. Um, I disagree with it. And it's no knock at Steph Curry, nice guy, but he made it off namesake. He made it off name brand. It wasn't strictly off of that. You look at the numbers and you look at Jimmy Butler had to come say they ass. That's what it is. Cade scored more points, by far had more assists, by far had more rebounds. And whatever field goal it is. I mean, he had 6% more, and he shot around 40% from three. Shout out to him, but honestly, Cade Cunningham probably should have got the nod. But Steph is Steph. He get more recognition, more spotlight, more big TV games than Cade Cunningham. I get it. I get it. That's why it's so important to win games so you could be syndicated where people can see it. That's why the NBA they push certain things. That's why they push certain players to be like they really force who they want to be the face of the league. Obviously, you gotta have the talent. You know, you gotta have the talent. That's a fact. You gotta have the talent. But they really put a push on who they want to be. They really put a push on who they want to be the face of the league. And that's just the God honest truth. They put that push. They put that there. You know. So for the most part, Pistons should be on more national televised games next year. Um so yeah, they should be on more national televised games next year. So they can get that push, but Steph is Steph. I think it's the greatest shooter of the basketball. I think he an underrated scorer. Um, I think he, just a really good guy, man. It's hard. It's hard. You don't not think that doesn't come into play when they having these votes. The access, how nice he is. He stayed behind and signed autographs and nobody else would, and how accessible and nice of a part that all goes into it. It all goes into it. It all goes into it. So don't forget that. That's why you see some people go out their way to be a people pleaser. I don't. I don't really give a damn. You like me, you don't like me. Bye. Because I understand when you go out there and be a people pleaser like that, you'll never have, you'll never be, fully happy with yourself. If you go out your way and you make it, if somebody give you some advice and you take their advice and it don't work, you in your mind you be like, damn, I should have listened to myself. You can't really get mad for listening to yourself because it was your own autonomy, to make that decision. You feel what I'm saying? But Steph is Steph. He's a nice guy, and as Cade, as they get to know Cade Cunningham, uh, how nice of a guy and respectable of a guy he is. I think he'll be up there, get him on TV a little bit more. But like I said, the numbers only matter when they're making their case for why this guy or that. But when they want to do something else, then the numbers don't matter. It's all subjective of how they feeling. The voters have no consistency. The voting have no consistency, bro. And I'm gonna say it over and over again. These voters, they have no consistency, bro. That's why they need to find another serious way to vote, somewhat more trustworthy. And I was saying on my other video, when you start hearing these guys really start talking about basketball, they don't know nothing about basketball. Since talk radio then went visual, and now it's debate. television, sports debate, you see how little they know. Even some people that used to, run basketball teams, or football teams or run the front office, you hear them talk like, how did this dude run an organization, bro? How was he in GMs? Fucking, these dudes a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear these players talk, you be like, and I said this many times on my other channel at a lot of different occasions, is that a lot of these players didn't follow the sport they played. They just played it because that's what they was told to do. I was tall. They're not historians of the sport. They don't even love the sport. You can tell most of the players that play today, they don't love the sport. They just love the spotlight. They love the money. They don't love the sport. They don't. You can tell. When they get a microphone in front of their face, you can just tell. This dude's a fucking idiot. Now you got some people that get up there. You see Joe Johnson, that he be on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and them. You can see, yeah, Joe know basketball. Did you know we drafted Rodney White over Joe Johnson? Man, we got some hard fucking draft stories with Detroit Pistons, bro. We took Rodney White out of UNC. What was he from? Somewhere out of Charlotte. Wasn't UNC Tar Heels, somewhere else. And dog, we took him over. I was looking at that the other day over Joe Johnson. We got some hard draft picks in Detroit history. We took a fullback over Jim Kelly. No bullshit. No bullshit, dude. When you start looking at some of the hard draft, the people we picked up, man, dude, and we passed over, Rodney White didn't do a damn thing. Joe Smith went the very next pick. I swear for God, and 2 white men. And my Shannon Sharp was, man, you start picking through the history of missed draft picks for the Pistons, man, after a while, you can't even be like, man, it's a league conspiracy. No, they just fucking suck at drafting. What's the brother that said he didn't miss a shot in his workout and they passed him up? Donovan Mitchell. He said, I thought I was going to Detroit. I didn't miss a shot. I had a great workout. Same thing with Tyrese Halliburton. I swear I'm gonna die on my grave saying this. I don't understand how they took Halliburton over Killian Hayes. Can't nobody show me a rational explanation using film or using any type of logic to justify that. I broke down the film, but nonetheless, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance to get notification. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. I appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.